He's been here longer. He knows the bike, the team, the people. If he focuses, truly focuses, he can fight Marc. And focus is the key. Not the points gap, not the headlines, not the shadow of Marquez. He knows the crew, the tricks, the setups that can flip the script. Pecco must focus. Only the race, not Marquez, not comparisons. If he does that, he can fight back. I'm ready. 2 riders, 1 team, 1 track drenched in history, and maybe, just maybe, Austria will change it all. The stakes, massive. The pressure, crushing. The reward, legacy-defining. Lose focus for 1 lap, and the moment is gone. Lose confidence for 1 corner, and the season starts to slip away. That's the difference. That's why this weekend matters more than any other so far. This isn't just about points. It's about momentum. It's about psychology. It's about a legacy under siege. He's been shadowed all season, but now the light could shift. Francesco Bagnaia, the reigning force, suddenly overpowered. 12 races in, just 1 win and 213 points. On the other side of the Ducati Lenovo garage, Marc Marquez is on fire. 8 wins, 5 in a row, a staggering 381 points. The baby alien looks untouchable, but this isn't just another race. This is the Red Bull Ring, Bagnaia's fortress. 3 straight victories since 2022. The circuit where Ducati roars loudest. Andrea Dovizioso, Jorge Lorenzo, Jorge Martin, and Bagnaia have all carved their names in history here. Marquez, he's never won on this track, not once since Austria rejoined the MotoGP calendar. The closest he came was P2 back in 2019. MotoGP 2025 Round 13 arrives after almost a month's break, and the tension is electric. Bagnaia knows this track like the back of his glove. His secret weapon? Experience. Intimate knowledge of every heartbeat of Ducati's Desmosedici. Carlos Penat put it best. He's been here longer. He knows the bike, the team, the people. If he focuses, truly focuses, he can fight Marc. And focus is the key. Not the points gap, not the headlines, not the shadow of Marquez. This is where Bagnaia could flip the narrative. Red Bull Ring has been his kingdom, but kings are only remembered if they defend their crown. Marquez arrives hungry. He's destroyed tracks that supposedly didn't suit him this season. If he conquers Austria, the championship could be his in all but name. The lights will go out, the engines will scream, and for 2 men in red, this isn't just a race, it's pride, legacy, survival. Austria could be the spark, the moment Pecco Bagnaia steps out of the shadow or disappears into it forever. The pressure is real, the stakes are high, and in Austria, everything could change. Francesco Bagnaia, the reigning champion, Ducati's golden boy, Valentino Rossi's protege, now finds himself in the shadow of his own teammate, Marc Marquez, the baby alien, the man who walked into Ducati in his debut season and shattered every prediction. In the first 12 rounds of MotoGP 2025, Marquez has been unstoppable. 8 wins, 381 points, 5 consecutive victories have left his rivals gasping for air. On the other side of the Ducati Lenovo garage, Bagnaia has just 1 win and 213 points, sitting 3rd in the championship, looking beaten, looking lost. But this story isn't over yet. Carlos Penat sees a crack in the armor. He knows something the world might have forgotten. Pecco knows the Ducati better than Marc. He understands the Desmosedici down to its heartbeat. He knows the crew, the tricks, the setups that can flip the script. Pecco must focus. Only the race, not Marquez, not comparisons. If he does that, he can fight back. And now, Red Bull Ring awaits. Not just another track, but Pecco's territory. In the past 3 seasons, he's always won here. 2022, 2023, 2024, including last year when he crushed Jorge Martin by 3.2 seconds.
Marquez hasn't won here since the circuit returned in 2016. His last podium, P2 back in 2019. The numbers don't lie. Bagnaia is the most successful rider at Red Bull Ring alongside Andrea Dovizioso. This is a Ducati track, long straights, brutal acceleration, heavy braking, and for the second half of the season, Austria is the gateway. After this, a chain of Pecco-friendly circuits lies ahead. Technical, fast, dripping with history. But Marquez isn't here to play safe. He arrives with a swagman that's impossible to ignore, leading the championship like a newly crowned king, even conquering tracks in the first half of the season that didn't suit his style. "I can't wait to get back on track after the summer break," Marquez says. "Red Bull Ring hasn't given me a win, but the battles here are always incredible. I'm ready." Two riders, one team, one track drenched in history. For Bagnaia, this isn't just round 13, it's a declaration of intent that he is still Ducati's present, not just his past, that the 2025 title fight is far from over. It's the chance for Marquez to erase the only missing piece in his flawless season. The lights will go out, 18 laps will decide everything, and maybe, just maybe, Austria will change it all. Francesco Bagnaia is staring down the biggest challenge of his career, and it's wearing the same red leathers. Right now, Pecco lives in the shadow of Marc Marquez, the man who has torn the 2025 MotoGP season apart with 8 wins and 12 races, sitting comfortably at the top of the standings with 381 points. Meanwhile, Bagnaia, Ducati's golden boy for years, has been left fighting to keep up. Just 1 win this season, 3rd in the championship with 213 points, but don't mistake that for weakness. The paddock knows exactly what Pecco is capable of. This is Pecco's fortress. 3 wins here, the most successful rider in Austrian GP history, alongside Andrea Dovizioso. He owns this track. And Marquez, not a single win here since Austria returned in 2016. This isn't just another race weekend, it's the start of the second half of the season, the moment momentum can shift, because Pecco's not just fighting for points, he's fighting to break Marquez's stronghold on this championship. The stakes, massive. The pressure, crushing. The reward, legacy-defining. Red Bull Ring has been Ducati's playground. Andrea Iannone in 2016, Dovi in 2017, 2019, 2020, Lorenzo in 2018, Jorge Martin in 2021, and Bagnaia sweeping it since 2022. Marquez knows this place means war. He's ready, rested, and confident, but he's never been able to conquer these Austrian hills. Bagnaia is hungry, motivated, staring at the one circuit where he holds all the cards. This track suits Ducati perfectly. The last 3 years we've had the best results here. I'm excited to start the second half of the season here, and many of my favorite tracks are coming next. So here we are, Austria, round 13, the perfect storm. Will Marquez finally crush the Austrian curse? Or will Pecco Bagnaia rise from the shadows, reclaim his throne, and set fire to the second half of MotoGP 2025? One thing's certain, this isn't just about a race. It's about redemption. It's about rivalry. It's about rewriting the season. Bagnaia is standing at a crossroads, not the kind you find on a map, but the kind that defines careers. On one side, the shadow of Marc Marquez, a teammate who turned 2025 into his own highlight reel. On the other, a chance to prove that being the reigning king of the Red Bull Ring isn't coincidence, but destiny. This isn't just about Austria, it's about momentum, pride, and showing the world that he's not just the other Ducati rider in Marquez's storm of dominance. Bagnaia knows this circuit better than anyone. 3 straight wins here since 2022, each a masterclass in precision and control. While Marquez is yet to conquer Spielberg, Bagnaia has turned it into his fortress. The stats aren't just numbers, they're a warning. But can Bagnaia truly shake off the weight of the first half of the season? Can he silence the doubts both outside and inside his own helmet? The lights will go out in Austria, and when they do, it won't just be a race, it will be a statement. Because in MotoGP, history doesn't wait. It doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't care about what happened in Brno or how the setup felt in practice. Lose focus for 1 lap, and the moment is gone. Lose confidence for 1 corner, and the season starts to slip away. Bagnaia knows it. He's seen what happens when a rider lets doubt creep in. He's watched legends crumble under the weight of expectation, and others riders like Marc Marquez turn pressure into fuel. That's the difference. That's why this weekend matters more than any other so far. Austria is not just another race, it's a proving ground, a place where reputations are forged or broken. For Marquez, it's the one track that still resists him, a glaring gap in his otherwise flawless 2025 campaign. For Bagnaia, it's where he can strike back, flip the script, and do it in front of thousands of screaming fans draped in Ducati red. And here's the truth. If he doesn't do it here, when will he? Francesco Bagnaia enters the second half of the 2025 MotoGP season staring down the ultimate challenge, not from a rival across the paddock, but from the man in the garage right next to him, Marc Marquez. 12 rounds in, Marquez has been nothing short of ruthless. 8 wins, 5 of them consecutive, a commanding 381 points. The baby alien isn't just leading the championship, he's dictating the tempo of the entire season. And right now, Bagnaia is chasing shadows. For years, Pecco was Ducati's golden boy, the standard bearer for Borgo Panigali's MotoGP ambitions. But 2025 has been a different story. Just one win to his name, a distant third in the standings with 213 points, overshadowed, outgunned. Yet those who know him, those who've seen him dig deep before, aren't writing him off. MotoGP analyst Carlos Penat insists that Pecco's intimate knowledge of the Ducati machine and of the team working behind the pit wall could be the weapon that turns this fight around. And there's no better place for that turnaround to begin than Spielberg. The Red Bull Ring isn't just a racetrack for Bagnaia. It's a fortress. 3 straight victories here since 2022 make him the joint most successful rider in Austria alongside Andrea Dovizioso. For Marquez, this high-speed playground remains unconquered territory. Not a single win here since Austria returned to the calendar in 2016, his best a second place 6 years ago. The stage is set for a reversal of fortunes. This isn't just about points. It's about momentum. It's about psychology. It's about a legacy under siege. A win here wouldn't simply chip away at Marquez's lead. It would send a message that the reigning king of Ducati still wears the crown when it matters most. And with half the season still to go, one victory could light the spark that turns Bagnaia's 2025 from underwhelming to unforgettable. Because Austria has a way of rewriting scripts. Every lap here is a gamble. Every braking zone a chance to take or lose it all. And if Pecco can find that perfect mix of precision and aggression, he won't just beat Marquez in Austria, he might just shift the entire balance of the championship.